Hey guys, UHD here, and I am back with another After the Fact reaction. And today I'm going to react to the next two After the Facts. The first one is Filli Vanilli, and the second one is Twilight Time. And yes, Filli Vanilli was a great episode. I mean, yeah, even though Fluttershy tried to, become one of the Ponytones, even though she has stage fright and knew she can do it. Yeah, that was a really good episode. I mean, I liked that episode. And yes, Twilight Time, yes. I did not enjoy that episode. You know Demon Tiara and Silver Spoon, yes, those two jackasses. Yes, I do not like them at all. Of course. And you do remember Season 5, Episode 18, right? They did become friends with the CMC after what they did. And helped them get their cutie marks. But anyways, let's start with Filli Vanilli. Hold on, let me adjust the volume. Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1, click.
Fluttershy, my fave. Congratulations on expressing your love of singing. As a sign of our enjoyment, me and the boys put together a little number for you.
Samba? I don't think she likes it. Slender Pony! Oh! What is that thing doing here?
Well, that didn't go as expected. Probably because somebody was off key.
Pinky!
We begin with an opening so saccharine that I think it gave me diabetes. Fluttershy
Diabetes.
with her animal friends with a melody that would give Snow White an inferiority complex. And the premise is quickly established as Fluttershy has an unintended audience.
Wow, I've never heard you sing a solo like that before.
This was a teaser clip before the episode's release, and a lot of fans pointed out that Fluttershy has sung plenty of times. What we might not
She sure did.
The term non-diegetic. Thank you, give and take. Where's the rest of you? Traditionally, musical numbers are for the benefit of the audience.
No!
They can help a
Get that song away!
And provide a fun show, yet the characters wouldn't be any more aware of it than they would the show's narration or soundtrack. So I'd accept that Fluttershy has never literally sung for her friends before, if not for...
Should we sing about it again?
Or...
Definitely Rainbow Dash.
Besides, I can't take any more singing.
However, there's enough difference here that this doesn't derail the plot for me. This is Fluttershy singing as if no one's there, with all her heart. And that passion is why she's my favorite. Fluttershy has a lot of strong feelings that she keeps hidden, and that goes for talents as well. Her knowledge of sewing, her natural grace, and now her love of music. I hear fans when they say that they dislike Fluttershy because she encounters the same obstacle every time. Yet I find this endearing as it's very believable. When we face a personal obstacle in real life, it doesn't go away after one triumph. Some of our deepest personality quirks are issues we contend with every day, and with Fluttershy being so timid, I would be surprised if she didn't suffer social anxiety. Like performing in front of thousands of ponies in the Equestria Games. I'm just saying. Anyway, Rarity wants to make Fluttershy a member of her a cappella group, which includes Big Mac and two ponies that I've never seen before and never learned their names.
Yeah, I've never seen those ponies before either.
And then, when you choke, they'll turn on you, becoming a seething angry mob, and you'll be horribly
Make her out with the bat!
never able to show your face in Ponyville again!
What was that? I'll tell you what. Karma.
Yeah, I don't know what was that either.
Just because you failed the Sonic Rain Boom 100,000 times in practice doesn't mean you won't be able to do it in front of an entire stadium full of impatient, super critical sports fan ponies.
Okay, Pinky, the universe is a little more balanced. That's enough. We get a little development for both Fluttershy and Rarity as Fluttershy asserts that, while she enjoys the ponytones, she has no intention of getting up and singing in front of a crowd. And Rarity respects this. It's a nice change on both parts from way back in Green Isn't Your Color. Speaking of development, Big Macintosh is
definitely
separate from town events. And we see just how much their music inspires Fluttershy to shake her flank. So when Big Macintosh loses his voice, thanks to Pinky, Fluttershy has the idea to go see Sakura and not the local hospital. Must be an HMO hospital. Problem is, Big Mac won't be ready for the evening performance. So Sakura pulls the best continuity callback this season and whips up a poison joke potion that gives us the return of Flutter Guy. And once they arrange
Definitely the return of Flutter Guy.
It's just a matter of applying the right guilt to get Fluttershy on board. Snap a photo, and boom, new background.
Are you serious?
It's actually better than Big Macintosh.
Period Angel for a background?
Identity crisis after
I don't think so.
Yet after one performance comes invite after invite, and Fluttershy claims she doesn't want to disappoint any pony, and her enthusiasm grows with each event. And I really relate to Fluttershy because, here's a secret, I still feel nervous whenever I upload a new video or post a comic. This is the big difference I see between Fluttershy singing and, say, competing in sports. Singing is Fluttershy's personal expression, and I identify with her hesitation. I think any writer, artist, musician, dancer, and athlete will agree that putting forth your best work and having it rejected can be crippling to your mood and confidence. And seeing people delight in your self-expression is one of the most satisfying feelings. So I don't have an issue with Fluttershy's stage fright, and I really enjoy seeing her love singing so much that she blows her own cover. And while Fluttershy is too busy freaking out to hear the applause, at least she's got her friends.
It's like you were living your own personal worst nightmare!
Yep, that was part.
Pinky, what are you...
You kind of sounded like a dude.
Stop it, Pinky. I'm starting to...
The screaming fans!
Oh no, Pinkie Pie is unlikable.
That's right. I hate you, Pinky.
That's just peachy. Pinky became unlikable, and the universe broke. Because while fans always have the option to like or not like a character, there are moments where a character can be completely unlikable. And Pinky has been responsible for 90% of the external conflict this episode, which can make it pretty hard to like her, even though her moments weren't out of character. I mean it, she has a history of getting so caught up in the excitement that she forgets how to read the room and says just the wrong thing. Oftentimes she doesn't realize that she's hurting some pony's feelings. If she did...
Yeah, I'd be freaking out if someone broke my universe.
Episodes, however, Pinky doesn't help contribute to the solution, so there's not a lot to pull her back into a positive light. I think this could have been avoided if the writers didn't overplay her bit. The first freakout was fine, if a little over the top. Then it could have been Fluttershy who internalized the idea and sabotaged herself. No need to have Pinky drive her to tears again and again. Now, I need to figure out how to balance things out here.
Turkey call?
Yup.
Treasure voice?
Yep.
Zakora remedy?
Yup.
Not quick enough?
Nope.
Needed a deep voice?
Yup.
Poison joke?
Yup.
Flutter guy?
Yup.
Better now?
Yep.
And that shy filly was living her dream in the shadows because she couldn't bring herself to come into the spotlight?
Yup.
You know, I can see most of their conversations going that way.
All Big Mac can say is yup.
Hooray. While Pinky's
The universe is
best,
back.
the others are
Hooray.
that try to support Fluttershy, and Rarity shines at her turn as mentor.
You lived your worst nightmare! Was it really that bad?
Funny thing about the fears we imagine,
Definitely.
they're often worse than reality. And so Fluttershy takes her first steps towards the spotlight as she sings for her friends. Admittedly, I was disappointed she wasn't singing for a larger audience, yet it makes sense for her to take baby steps. It also opens
Definitely
the door
baby
for a follow-up
steps.
episode, something I greatly enjoy. All in all, this is an episode with great music, great callbacks, a character that people can relate to, and several morals. Of course, a lot of this hinges on how
Yeah,
much the viewer
Fluttershy
relates to
could be a
Fluttershy.
character I
Thankfully,
could
the main
relate
cast
to.
And some of the supporting characters shine in their own roles.
But it's Applejack I most relate to.
And while I still enjoy her character, I hope the writers won't overplay her quirks as much in the future. Speaking of which, I haven't seen Pinky since the universe fixed itself. She'll be back. In the meantime,
Yeah, she'll be
we gotta
fine.
Get ready to sing for Celestia's next ball.
No, don't, please.
And what did she mean, I'm tone deaf?
Tone deaf. She gets sent to the moon. Love the remix. Oh, nice fan art. Oh, good lord, that was a really good video. I mean, and of course, yeah, about Pinky's attitude and Filli Vanilli. Yeah, her attitude was kind of out of hand. I mean, yeah, I didn't like how Pinky made Fluttershy cry after that whole thing. The audience seeing her, and then runs off on stage, and then the rest of the ponies tried to convince her to like come back to the pony tones, and then she rejoined. But I really do hope that there was an actual audience, because there was just animals. But anyways, let's move on to the next video, shall we?
We've seen how important social status is to counterpart
Okay.
ponies. I imagine many would want to get to know the newest princess.
Magical
This
mystery
starts back on the
cure.
roll from Griffin the Brush-Off, learning the difference
Griffin the
between true and
Brush-Off.
false friends. You know, I never thought that the Cutie Mark Crusaders would be the ones to carry out this idea. So props to the show for doing something unexpected. It's just too bad that Twilight comes off as such a boring princess. Dude, don't do this to yourself.
Yeah, don't do it to yourself, man.
This isn't a Princess Twilight episode. It's a Cutie Mark Crusader story. Twilight's more of a plot piece, and you can't expect a lot of fleshing out. But it's the only episode that's even touched on her new title affecting her everyday life. After such a strong season premiere, it's been disappointing that Twilight's life hasn't changed one bit. Hate to break it to you, but that's this show's MO. Big life-or-death conflicts at the start, then back to tea parties and regular life-or-death experiences. It's been that way for 3 seasons. Yet this season has featured a continuity callback in almost every episode, and it has an overarching Rainbow Connection storyline. Even this episode reminds us of that. So how is it that the writers are drawing on all these other ideas, but have all but ignored to change the status quo? I think a lot of people agree that Princess Twilight Sparkle hasn't done much, and the writers haven't taken full advantage
Yeah,
of
she hasn't done much at all
Let me
yet.
ask you something, though. Why does this episode
And
have
we
to
haven't got a
focus on
Twilight
the
episode
Princess
in
Twilight?
season 6 yet.
Huh? Seems like this line of thought is making the same mistake as the Foals in this episode, getting so fixated on a
But for
title that means
no
ignoring the
second
character.
princess,
And as a character,
I think
Twilight
I would
really
call it
hadn't
a Starlight
thought of
/
Wait,
Twilight
How
episode.
are we even talking? How much sleep have you gotten over the course of these videos? Not a lot. Well, there you go. Yeah. Speaking of which, dude,
He's asleep now, man. You can't talk to him anymore.
people may think. Hope you enjoy the show, bronies of tomorrow.
My Crusaders.
Sometimes there's an advantage to getting these reviews out after the fact. Getting to talk to
After
other
the
fans and
fact.
having a conversation on Tommy Oliver's reaction video offered some nice perspective. If one
Okay.
watches this episode for seeing Twilight as a princess, it will likely be a disappointment. Because what does being a tutor have to do with being a princess?
Nothing! Absolutely nothing!
It's a similar question to
Well,
why a
okay
princess would
then.
take up full sitting. The answer is surprisingly simple. She's nice. They're nice. Twilight isn't teaching the Crusaders out of royal duty, and the quality of her teaching isn't the result of her new title. She's doing this as Twilight Sparkle, lover of learning and all-around kind pony. I'm afraid I lost sight of that on my first viewing.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
And right off the
Dude,
bat,
who is
Twilight
this
a
guy?
great teacher. We see her giving the Crusaders the materials they need to learn and letting them work through it with some encouragement. A style I much prefer to Celestia's figure it out and try not to die approach. Sweetie Belle is finally getting to show off her magic, Scootaloo is learning basic mechanics, and Apple Bloom is
A scientist.
creating crimes against nature. Not really surprised, the CMC are learning from the Grand Spellcaster of Citrus Abominations. Much like Flight to the Finish, this feels like the Crusaders are enjoying genuine development. Until this season, they've tried getting their cutie marks by doing random things as a group, which goes against the idea of individual talent. Here, they're each learning a proper skill. It's focused, controlled, and no offense, ladies, this is what you two should have been doing.
Rudy and Applejack.
I know you're both busy with running your own businesses, but your sisters have been skydiving off bridges. I'm just going to assume that you gave the Crusaders the idea to ask your friend for help, okay? Okay. Speaking of development, Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon are at least adding variety to being awful. No more blank flank comments, now it's just them taunting others for being less privileged, which is typical bully behavior. If one method of attack stops hurting someone, they look for another avenue. And Tiara furthers her value by having her butler perform acrobatic feats in her place, making him the third most abused assistant in modern media. Who's number 2, you ask?
And your shoes!
Anchor!
How hard is it
Are
to
you
fry
serious,
a
man?
goddamn egg properly?
All this comes together as the Crusaders push back and let Tiara in on their visits with Twilight. Both Tiara and Silver Spoon pull a 180 and try to become best buds with Twilight, I mean, the Crusaders.
But now she's a princess, which makes her totally awesome. Plus, she has wings. And she
Why is the Hasbro
so
logo in front of their mouths?
Why do I feel like this scene allowed the writers to do some venting? After some shared shallowness, Tiara and Cohort get every foal in on the act while Sweetie Belle develops a catchphrase.
Relax. I got this.
Technically, the Crusaders don't have a leader. Rather, they've each taken turns as Chief Gravedigger, and this episode is Sweetie Belle's turn. Kind of fits with her voice maturing as Claire Corlett has aged several years.
Claire Corlett.
I guess this means it's the end of Squeaky Belle.
Squeaky Belle.
Shots around here for a change. They'll have to learn something too. Princess Twilight. Seems like the least we can do for the princess.
Never mind, still cute. How many adults are still digging themselves deeper by saying, I can handle this? It's not a bad message for kids, acknowledging when you're in over your head. And for this problem to grow past the limit of no return, we're going to need a lot more foals than what we've seen in Cheerilee's class so far. And that's probably the highlight of this episode. Ponyville's foal population just grew threefold. Pipsqueak makes a return, we get a nod to Futurama, and there's
Futurama!
Flash Sentry's Earth Pony cousin? Or little brother? Or Flash Sentry Jr.?
Flash Sentry Jr. Oh.
To me, that fool isn't your illegitimate offspring. I'm not
Hey,
saying
Flash.
it is your illegitimate offspring. I'm just asking a question. A loaded question that heavily implies you've had a foal with another
Fox
male.
News. Oh. Whoa.
Tell me, Princess, how do you feel about being presented out of character for the sake of an internet?
Bro, what have you done to your own boyfriend?
And that's why I shouldn't make headcanons. Now, here's something I don't get about this episode. The foals are completely taken in by Twilight, yet none of the adults are paying her any mind. One could argue that they're comfortable with Twilight based on past experience. I mean, she didn't insist on perks or special treatment before she became a princess. Yet having no reaction seems less about humility and more like obliviousness. It's a non-factor for any pony other than the foals. If nothing else, I think that burger shop owner should go for a promo. Hey, Burger Queen. Food that's
Burger
been out of
Queen.
Princess and is no longer under investigation from the Food and Safety Administration. If it's good enough for royalty, it can't be a health hazard. Help the environment and buy a second burger instead of a napkin. As the Crusaders' popularity by association grows, they actually start to fall in with Diamond Tiara and neglect their skills. In a way, Diamond Tiara is serving as a dark mirror for the Crusaders, just as Suri was for Rarity and the Wonderbolts for Rainbow Dash. Until they realize that this is creating a barrier between them and their classmates. Oh, and there's a big gate in the way, too.
Twilight time! Twilight time!
Dang, those might be the creepiest kids ever.
Yeah, oh.
Ugh, I stand corrected. And when the dam
What was that
finishes,
from?
the Crusaders flee back to Twilight to spill the beans.
Was that supposed to be from Poltergeist?
Three guesses how this
I don't think
turned
so.
out.
Oh.
Here's the weak point in terms of Twilight's role.
Okay, then.
She's been unfazed throughout this whole episode. Patient, organized, a really great teacher. This is the one place where it would have been alright for her to have a negative reaction. I don't mean that she should blow her top at foals. She has a different way of expressing frustration.
Well, guess we better get this cleaned up. Again.
But here,
Looks like Twilight time is over.
there's at least two ways to look at this.
It's
This
over!
is told from the Crusaders' point of view, so there's a certain perfection that young people can project onto a mentor, much like Twilight views Celestia. The alternative is that Twilight is such a great teacher and princess that now nothing affects her. I prefer the first view, because being a good character means being imperfect. But again, this isn't really
Definitely.
a Princess Twilight episode, and there's a danger in assigning too much meaning. Either way, it looks like the Crusaders' days are done.
Guess they didn't come here to learn after all. Well, neither did any of you.
Ooh, Princess of Sick Burns. So with their social lives in tatters, the Crusaders offer one last display to thank Twilight for her time. My guess is that since they weren't under performance anxiety, they did a better job the second time around. So much so that Twilight agrees to keep teaching them. And we have another joke at Spike's expense.
Aw, come on!
Congratulations, Spike. You are the most abused assistant in modern media. And I am so sorry you have to put up with this. You are a good character. The writers just don't know what to do with you right now. All in all, Twilight
come on.
more key episode. The situation
I feel bad for
is
Spike,
magical,
even
the
though,
setting is
you
familiar,
know,
and the stakes
I
are
like
pretty
Spike.
low. Yet,
Even though he's just
people
a
need
kid,
an
I
episode like
still
this
like
to
Spike.
balance and a sense of perspective. Spike, you can let go now. There's growth for the Crusaders as they learn proper skills, and we get to see a ton of new foal designs. Even Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon have a new, if equally detestable, side to them. Seriously, getting weird now. And we
I
get to see
know.
how good Twilight is at teaching.
The hell is
Though
getting
I think
weird.
It'd be a mistake to assume that this is how she'd act as royalty. This is a tale taking place in comfortable territory and without any obligation. If she were to take on a magical apprentice, I think she'd go about things differently. Help? Unfortunately, this episode doesn't enjoy a lot of
Consider
moments
if
that
there
could
have to
have been
be
done.
like
Good development, yet
at a
short on
Death
lasting
Star.
impressions. I'm
Lieutenant
Silver-Quill,
Twilight needs
and
a Death
I'm taking
Death
Spike's
Star
therapy.
apprentice.
This season
But
cannot
what?
be doing his confidence any good. Maybe Dr. Wolf has a free spot.
Well, okay then.
They all say that you'll get your mark when the time is really right.
Okay, where can you find this remix? Because I want to get it.
And your talent comes to light. But it's not as easy as it sounds. And that waiting's hard to do.
Nice. You know, I gotta tell you, the episode, to me, it's not that good. But for this video, yeah, that was a good review. I mean, even though I was talking in too much in some parts, yeah, you can't blame me. I'm a good commentator. But anyways, yeah, I don't think I have anything much to say about this episode because all I do know that is I don't really like that episode, Twilight Time. Of course, it has to do with like evil Diamond and Silver Spoon, and I don't really like it. But anyways, once again, guys, thanks for watching, and ahoy!